thought somebody was going to edit that for me.
Let's see here.
Next time I'll do my own editing.
There we
I
go.
feel like I'm speaking to church, by the way. Everybody's in the back row. Anyway, how to get free ink. You know, public relations, the media, and the message we send to the media is critical to our whole success. So I wanted to talk a little bit about some of my viewpoints on what it's like today in the media landscape. You know, most of y'all are the age where whatever happened to the 5 o'clock deadline, it no longer exists anymore, because it's so easy that what you say in an interview or what you say at a luncheon ends up being tweeted out that same moment and is online in a minute or two. So that has changed everything. And also, looking at the new media landscape, if we're not all leveraging the social media aspects, using LinkedIn, using Twitter to get our message across, because our clients in many cases are much younger. I'm never going to keep up with this. Okay. And also, you really got to just understand that there's a huge thirst for news now, but they want it in short little bites, and your biggest challenge is you're the citizen journalist, as we're calling it. Figure out who you want to talk to, who is your audience. Is it the site selectors? And be sure that you use good targeted media outlets. Don't waste your time with people you don't want or need to talk to, even though they think they're important. Look for positive media coverage. Be sure you're going to the right people. Am I off? I feel like I'm off track. Sorry, guys. You really want to be able to tell your story well and tell it succinctly. Make friends with the media, but remember, nothing's off the record. You need to get to know your media and what's important to them. You need to be able to be a source for trends and things like that, and they need to know you. But please, remember, whatever you're saying to them, find out about their kids and dogs. I'm a great believer in the exclusive story. If you have one really key media outlet that you want to work with, go to them first and foremost and see if you can't give them the exclusive. I find out usually you have a better, broader-based story as a result of this. But for heaven's sakes, don't cry wolf. Do not go have that groundbreaking when you know darn well that it's going to be 6 months before they do anything on that site. When I represent residential builders, I said, until we have earth moving and a land disturbance, I'm not talking to anybody. Photography in this web world is critical. A good photograph, the right caption, use Pinterest, use all your social media as well as your print and other electronic media to get your story out. And when you get out there telling your story, you need to have 3 key messages you want to deliver at each point in time. Be sure they know who you are, what your key message is for that day, and why it's important to them. And write it down and be sure everybody in your organization believes it and has it as your elevator statement. Before you go into doing a big story, be sure you've done all your homework. Do you have all your facts in writing? Have you got all your sources? Have you talked to the person you want to have quoted as well as you? And also, have you thought about the second, third, and fourth question? Being a source of news, it doesn't always have to be about you. It can be about something else, and you can be the one quoted as the authority. I haven't done a thing. I didn't do it, I promise you. Okay. What'd I touch? All right. Okay. The value of spokespersons and experts. Figure out who your spokespeople are and train them. Do not just let them go out there and talk on their own. Be sure you know that they're delivering the message you want there. Dusty shelf statement. All of us have been faced probably with an opportunity if the plant's going to close, you're going to have to raise taxes because you've let a bond issue, etc. Write your responses, clean them up, pass them by everybody else, and put them on the shelf and hope they stay there. If you do have to be interviewed, you pick the place. You decide where you're the most comfortable and when you're the most comfortable. Unless you're dealing with a really tight deadline, let them come to you and be in the right environment. Maybe you want them on the site. Media dues, I'll go over if I don't look at these. Do tell the truth. Don't feel like you have to answer all of the questions they're asking you. Be prepared with additional information if necessary. All right, I have one or two I really want to have. Return their phone calls. Even if you don't want to comment, at least tell them you're not going to be available. Be sure you have other experts in your back pocket. And always have your visuals ready to go. I'm reading my 10 Commandments. I'm not cheating anymore. Okay. Be cooperative. Never lie. Personalize your organization. Develop your media contacts. Take good stories to them and respond quickly. Oh, I got ahead of that one. Oops. Oh, Lord. What? All right, I keep reading, so we were. Never, ever, please, never say no comment. Just find another way to say no, but please don't say that. It's okay to say, I don't know, but I'll find out. That's critical. If you screw up, tell them you did it. Call up and said, I gave you the wrong information. I'm sorry. If you have bad news, tell it all at once. Just get it off the table. And always be prepared when the media calls to have your facts. You know what's coming. Be prepared for it. And the old statement is, and when I was growing up, never fight with someone who buys ink by the barrel. Now you better worry about never fighting with anybody that has internet access. Thank you.